To all of you joining me for this video, thank you and I welcome you. I am Mr. Ish. This right here is the result of an inquiry from a particular student, a confusion with regards to the concept of infinity with regards to sums. The question posed to me was this: if I have an infinite number of ones and I'm adding them, you can see them, and I'm not going to write them all out, but an infinite number of ones, you're adding them up. It's equivalent to you saying an infinity times these ones, because there are an infinite number of ones, your end result would be infinity. However, if I take a bunch of fractional values and I add them, an infinite number of those fractional values, assume we're doing a infinite number of halves. Is this gonna give me a infinity as an end result, or will the value be finite? Think about it. I'm no longer adding ones. Here I'm looking at an infinity number of halves. So what should this value be? If infinity number of ones is equal to infinity, but infinity number of halves would logically be infinity over 2, would that then make this a finite number or not? The short answer to that question would be your answer here in terms of the sum would be an infinity, and this right here would not be a finite value, it would be an infinite value because of the following reason. You could do groupings over here. You could take these two and group them, they'll be equal to 1. You can do this and group them equal to 1. You could have another bunch of groups, but you would in essence have an infinite number of these ones pop out because you have an infinite number of halves. Everything here with regards to this representation would be very similar to what you see right over here, and you would end up with still an infinity. You certainly will not have an infinity over 2, which is a finite value. You would have an infinite value with regards to the sum. Likewise, if the groupings involved like 1 over 4s, then you can do a bunch of 1 over 4s. That is, you could do 4 of these and they would be equal to a 1. Then you can do a bunch of these groupings, and then in essence you're still getting an infinite number of these ones which are coming from a groupings of 4 quarters, but you'll have an infinite number of those groupings. But again, the sum with regards to that type of a series would always be infinity. It would not be a finite value. So when you're looking at situations such as infinity divided by 2, infinity divided by 4, these are really infinity in terms of concept. They're not finite values, they are infinite values. And here we were looking at sums. Thank you. Have a good day.